The professional layman's.
Welcome to the Professional Layman's podcast, episode fucking 10. Episode 10.
Episode 10.
I'm surprised we made it this far, if I'm being completely honest. I think
Yeah.
I heard
It's been a trek.
I heard a statistic
journey.
how was it like 25%, a quarter of all restaurants fail within the first year.
True.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that was based off, but it's based off somewhere in the world, so
Yeah, they probably
I'm
just
taking
get
it as a
sick of,
blanket
like,
fact.
Sick of like cleaning and like cooking for people and
Yeah.
yeah. They're like, I'm gonna make a restaurant. Then a year later they're burnt out. Like,
And that's the
completely.
thing. We're like 30 seconds in. I've already said that's the thing. Hey, I'm allowed to do it. All
We
right? I've
haven't
got the blessing,
introduced
right?
us yet either.
No, I'm getting there. I'm
Oh,
getting
okay.
there. I was, I thought
Drag it out.
I thought I could make a little
Had
joke.
those stats.
Thought I could make a little joke about how the man's version of a restaurant is a podcast,
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Because they all
because-
start them and then they're like,
and
oh,
then
this
then
is
they
actually
fucking
a
fail.
waste of time.
They just fucking fail. The reason we're not failing is because, well, I mean,
we just like doing it.
and you're here.
Tank straight to tango.
I mean, it's
right?
like, everyone's
Nah.
here. Jesse,
Yeah,
your
so-
boy Jesse is here. How you going, man?
Oh yeah, it's your boy Jesse.
Well, it's your boy
Jeez.
Jesse. He's dude, man. We've been 2 hours. We said we were gonna get in here and do at least a decently quick one, and then as always we have issues, and it's always really fucking fun.
Yeah, we're gonna put the
Take
feelers
care.
out there, right, and get a tech manager.
Maybe,
That'd be handy.
We'll pay you in food stamps when they inevitably become commonplace.
We'll pay you in vaccines.
in
You have all the vaccines you want.
in mid 21st century Australia. The West is falling. I don't
The West
know.
is-
The West is falling. This is it. This is where we start. We
Yeah.
transition from trying to be comedic to just absolute doom and gloom all the fucking time.
Yeah. Episode
Um,
10,
And in assisting us with
the beginning of the end.
with the beginning of the end, with our total dominating conquest of the world. I don't know. He looks like a bit of a supervillain, don't you? It's the editors here. He's looking
yes.
like a. If there was an Australian supervillain, it would probably be a man that looks very similar to him in like the same kind of singlet.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
appreciate that, but I'll take it.
I almost get sad when you don't wear a singlet. When you wear like a normal shirt.
It's pretty
Oh,
staple
always
now.
like,
Like it's getting colder as well, and that's not even deterring you either. You're just like,
No,
"Fuck,
it's
fuck
always
this."
hot in this fucking room though. Like, I didn't know, so I brought a jumper and then I was like singlet as well
oh, the
underneath.
Polsky jumper.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, his
Polsky.
fucking beanie. No, well, when we started doing this, it was summer,
Yeah.
and it was
Hey, we've
pretty
made it a season.
fucked recording in here.
Does this mean that is this the end of season 1?
See, I don't think we should have seasons because we're like a
An organism.
an ever present omnipotent force.
Yeah.
We are the professional layman. We exist everywhere, nowhere at the same time.
Yeah.
The alpha, the omega, and the sigma. Have you heard the sigma? That's the new one.
And the gear.
Yeah. So there was alpha, and then there was omega.
Yeah.
Right? And then there was what did I just say?
Aren't they just Greek things? Like
Sigma.
Sigma?
Yeah.
Smegma.
But you know how you say
Smegma.
say, oh, look at that Chad, he's such an alpha. He's got like 5 women hanging
Oh,
off
it's
him.
the Sigma. That's the new
Yeah.
one.
So the sigma
Ah,
male, right?
That's the Sigma.
The sigma male like is a total. It's like alpha times 5, right? So like the Joker is sigma alpha. He's a sigma male, right?
The Joker.
I don't know why. This is just what internet culture has come up with.
I think
And
it's
this is
an
just
incel,
the world we have
you
to
know?
live in now. It's just we all have to strive to be sigma males, right?
The joke. We have to.
I guess.
Okay. I can get
I'm cool
down
with
with
that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
For sure.
He has a cool get up.
Are you in, Ed?
No.
I could cosplay a bearded
I'm into
Joker.
it. I'm not into it.
No.
No.
Hang
No.
on.
What?
What
How
if you,
come?
what if you get like a Catwoman or like a Harley Quinn as a bitch?
Hey,
Like,
exactly.
you just gotta get
Bad
some chick that's like hell into wearing cat ears, and then you're set.
As long as she's into wearing a tail, I'm into that.
That's pretty good.
All right.
That's pretty
I think
good.
that's a really good point.
A change up from previous two. There's no dip.
No
No
dip.
dip.
No dip
No
today.
dip.
What happened?
Just
Not having it.
no. It just wasn't. It wasn't today. It wasn't for today.
It's not an everyday
know?
thing, right? Like
I didn't want to be spitting while I'm yapping.
There's got to
Yeah,
be a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
bunch of
That's a good
dust
point.
around everywhere, and just like the sun beating on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
for like 12 hours to like kind of induce the dip energy.
Yeah,
right? Episode 10.
We've got a very special
We have
episode.
a very special episode today. Our good friend and pretty decent editor,
Yeah.
the
Damn
editor,
good.
Fair.
the editor has decided he's going to bring the topic in today, which is
It's a
fucking
win.
sick.
It's
Hell
a
yeah.
win.
It's fucking sick. Maybe
Round
we
of
can make
applause.
it every decade of episodes. What would you call that? A decade.
Every 10 maybe.
Every decade episode.
It's basically what it is right now. It's fucking decaying into fucking gibberish. No, well, we were thinking every 10 episodes, maybe I can bring the topic in.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
That's
Perhaps.
a maybe. We'll see how this one
We'll
goes.
see how we go, yeah.
Yeah,
Could
so-
be every
Okay.
25, every
Well-
50.
Well, we've got Ed doing the topic today. I am very, very excited for what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Although before we get into that, we are going to go on to our newest segment we've developed. Which
What
we did,
pissed you off this week, bro?
Which we did last episode, and I think we'll see how it goes. Might stick with it. Might play around with the timing of it. But guys, this is Bert's Cancel Couch. All right, so you said what am I pissed off about this week?
What pissed you off
Right.
this
Okay.
week?
So the thing is, it's not necessarily what pisses me off.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Although most likely it does piss me off. Because I was thinking about it, I was like,
Is
okay,
irk a better word for it? Like,
see, irk's a really gentle word unless you like use it very like disparagingly. It's like,
Okay.
you fucking irk me. Like someone's gonna be like, oh shit, okay, right, he's not pleased with me right now.
yeah.
It's like, it's one of those things you get like a
I
70.
noticed you're really irksome.
Yeah, irksome. I'm not
That's
sure
a-
that's the.
that's
I'm not
a
sure that's the
compliment.
correct
Is it?
grammar for it, but
It's not.
No, it's a compliment.
To be irksome.
irksome.
Yeah.
Does that mean you irk or
You
you
haven't-
are irked?
No, I have no
Easily.
idea.
Oh, actually, no. I think it could be the
be
the
irk-
latter, yeah.
The
It
irksome.
could be like you...
It was rather irksome.
yeah.
Just sounds like a word George R. R. Martin would just chuck in because he wants to sound smart.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah, he needs to fucking hurry up and not die before he finishes the last 2 Game of Thrones
He's gonna
books.
die.
He's gonna fucking die.
What if you just didn't... just made another series or something and just
Yeah,
left it? He was
fuck.
like, he's watched the show.
Well,
whatever."
look, I'm pretty resigned. I'm pretty resigned to it now that he's
Yeah.
just not going to make another book. And
Yeah.
you know, I was disappointed about it like 4 years ago, and I'm kind of over it. But whatever. He's pretty fat though. Like he's a very large man, and he's kind of old.
Hey,
and he
writing's a
wheezes.
sitting job.
So, like I was saying, it's not necessarily something that pisses me off, but this week's one does piss me off, right? It is, and I'm being very specific about this. Pictures of politicians walking. All right?
All right.
Pictures of politicians walking. So think about this, right? Every time you see the flavor of this of the start of the 21st century has been women gaining power and minorities gaining power, right?
Yeah.
This
Ich
is
bin
where the
Einberg, you know.
cancel in cancel couch comes from,
Yeah.
by the way. And obviously nothing wrong with that. But it happens to men as well. I hate it when our government do it because I just hate Australian politicians in general because I think the perception of the world towards us is that we're kind of, if anything, we might be a bunch of cunts,
Yeah.
which is kind of true. It's
Yeah.
pretty true. But at least we're pretty transparent and honest about it, right? And our politicians don't reflect that. They just they word they speak very carefully and make sure to not
They literally just read written
exactly
stuff all
prepared
the
by
time.
their team,
They
right?
never actually, and they don't usually like interject while they're
Now,
saying.
when I thought about this, it was when I was on Twitter doing the old Twitter thing, trying to annoy myself, because I'm slightly masochistic in that regard.
So you just
I know I've completed Dark Souls in less than 2 hours,
you gaslighting.
so gaslight. Do you even know what gaslighting means?
Isn't that when you provoke someone by saying something you know that is going to get a rise out? of?
No, see, this is that's another thing that pisses me off is people don't know what the fuck gaslighting means, but they use it anyway. And I'm not
That's
talking
my
about you.
first, right?
I'm not talking about
He
you.
hates you.
time.
He hates
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I
Am
fucking
I on the
hate you.
couch, boys?
And your face.
You're on the
Oh,
couch.
No,
It's actually quite comfy over here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've got like the good side. I'm
Yeah.
backed up against the wall here.
Rib for your pleasure.
Fucking. So I was on Twitter and I saw the vice president of the United States at this current
So wait,
moment
what does
is
gaslighting mean?
yeah, that's where we'll answer that, right? No, gaslighting means
Just real quick, yeah.
Gaslighting means is that you are telling someone a fact that never happened and they know that it happened. So if we're at a bar, right, and like let's say I'm an arrogant cunt, which I am, and I'm trying to get laid, right?
Which you are.
And like I go, yes, which I am, and then I go to the bar. You go to the bar with me. I get this chick's. Well, I don't get this chick's number, but I ask her out, whatever. Yeah, and that goes well. I get home to my roommates, and they're like, "Oh, how'd you go?" And I say, "Oh, I got a chick's number."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "No, you didn't." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did. What are you talking about?" That's gaslighting. So it's saying an obvious falsehood to someone who knows it's false.
Yeah, and
I didn't
it's
know there was
mainly
a-
when they
oh,
call
that's
you out as
retarded.
well, and you're like, "No, you're wrong."
Yeah,
You're like,
okay.
"You must be mistaken."
yeah, shit like that. So
Yeah.
so people use it.
I thought it was
people
just called being
gaslight.
cheeky.
No. This is what I mean. People are like, "Oh, you're gaslighting me." It's like, you don't know what the fuck that means. Stop using a word
Well, now I do
because
know
a
what it
bunch
means.
of
I'm gonna
smart
use it
people
all
do.
the fucking time.
You're on the couch.
And I'm going to
mate.
start doing it more often now. I know what it means.
Are you gaslighting me, faggot? No. So the reason why I got irked about this is because
So
Kamala
we're
Harris.
back on politicians,
Yes.
photos of politicians walking.
And again, it's not necessarily women, but that's the flavor of the powerful image at the moment,
okay.
right?
Yep.
So saw a picture of Kamala Harris walking.
Ooh, strong.
Look, that's perfectly fine. People walk, right? That's a relevant thing to
Attitude.
me. Hey,
Pace.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, the only way I could tell that she's, a human like me is if I just saw a picture of her taking a shit, and it couldn't get any better, right?
Right. Exactly.
Right? Couldn't get any more confident that she's doing business, right? She's doing important things, right?
She's got places to be.
And then I came across a hashtag, I forget what it was, but it was basically a hashtag that was highlighting every single picture from Kamala Harris's government account where it says something inspirational like working hard to get things going, or repairing Trump's mess, or doing this or doing that. It's just a picture of her fucking walking. It's just a picture of her walking. And people started picking up on it because it's all she posts. It's
always
just her
around.
walking.
Yeah.
And then it's become a thing. And then I'm like, I wonder, is there other people, like other women politicians that do this? This show? Yeah. There was like a Swedish health minister, right? Or like, I guess this is a bit more relevant because it involves exercise, but it's just pictures of her walking.
Yeah.
And then she's got a picture with another woman and they're walking.
That's a fantastic
And they're
premise.
always walking. And apparently the walking symbolizes hard work.
Yeah.
You're getting shit done.
Well, it implies that you've done something and you're heading somewhere to do something else.
Else, right?
Yeah.
I get the meaning behind it. I just think, okay, take Trump for example, right? Whenever he saw a
Never
picture,
walking.
Yeah, it's
he never walked.
Never
Never.
walked.
Well, he had
when you
golfing
used to,
photos and shit, right?
sorry.
He would either have photos golfing or photos at like a pew. Like,
Well, see, he doesn't have
Adelaide
good.
turn.
He's not photogenic at all, right? Anyone can look up a funny picture of Donald Trump, right? Usually when he's standing, he's like leaning forward as well, like a fucking albatross, like peeking over the fucking edge of the cliff, like he's just leaning forward.
no.
And then you see him walking, man. He looks like a candidate for the live adaptation of the Magic Pudding, right? Like that's what he looks like when he's walking.
Yeah.
You ever seen the Magic Pudding?
No. What
Yeah,
is
so
that?
it's like a kids movie back in the
The
back.
magic
in the day.
pudding.
Yeah, it's about a magic pudding that never gets empty. So
Oh, that sounds awesome.
yeah, and the main villain is this fat guy who just wants to eat it all the time, right? But the magic pudding, he's got arms and legs, and he just like hunches over because he's a fucking bowl of pudding.
True.
And he's on the side, he's walking on his eyes and shit. He looks like the fucking magic pudding when he walks. That's why I respect Donald Trump, because he didn't need to post a picture of himself walking
Yeah.
to show that he was doing things.
I have a theory. Maybe they've just recently got like new drones that'll take shots of them. So it's like quick press. They like automating press, and that's why she's always walking. 'Cause
But
it's
but it's
Is this another one of your app ideas?
maybe
What the fuck?
maybe it is.
That was awful.
How much do we charge for that app, by the way?
What am I 3-0 now?
0 for 4.
Oh for 4.
Yeah.
God damn.
69 cents for the app where you can get Jesse's shitty ideas. TPL. TPLstore.com. No, yeah, and where's everyone makes fun of Trump's appearance, right? It's always about appearance. And I wouldn't have a problem with pictures of politicians walking if there was a bit more substance behind it, right? So it's like, oh, I'm on my way to the defense meeting to talk about fucking Syria, right? Just leave it at that. No, it's I am inserting inspirational quote, contributing to my success as a woman in politics, and I'm going to insert very nice, heartwarming statement about how they're going to fix the country.
Yeah.
And it's just it's so unsubstantiative, and it does nothing but just get dumb people who are already on the side of them to just be like, yeah, no, doing good work. And it's like, I'm picking up. No shit though. They see that, they're like, oh yeah, nah, I voted for her. Look, she's doing good work.
Yeah, she's always out and about.
And I know I'm using
the
a
streets.
Getting shit done.
I don't know.
When is she not doing shit?
It was
last night. She posted a photo of her at daytime, like middle of the day. I don't know how she does it, but she's always busy.
Always.
The day can't even catch up.
Always busy.
Yeah, was that a stretch?
That's true.
Okay.
Mind you, you don't need someone to fucking
just
take
adjust my mic nervously.
You don't need to take a picture of someone walking, who was a fucking vice president, to know that they have important things to do.
To know they're walking a lot.
Yes. Okay. Great. You're walking to a place. That's
they do
great.
Instead? Like photos of actually what they're doing.
I don't know.
Like heaps of papers on the table. And like
No.
Just blank ones.
Sweating and pen.
How
pens,
about
quills.
stop with the PR, because you've just won a fucking election. You don't have to do anything
else
for like 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
need to fucking pump her up.
You got plenty of time.
Look, the only reason
Well, it's
I
only
think
2.5,
I think
really.
they would pump up Kamala Harris is because we know at some point Joe Biden's either going to fucking die,
Yeah.
or he's going to call his wife his
Isn't it
mother or
funny?
something like
They
that.
already think that he's like. They already know he's on the way out, so they're just.
Dude, it was
the VP's getting it all.
he said it himself. Who knows if it was a Freudian slip or if it was actually just Joe Biden having dementia? But he called Kamala Harris President Kamala Harris.
No way.
Accidentally, right? I'm not sure if that's the plan. I don't know. Fuck him. Anyway, that's. I'm a bit. It's a bit irksome. It's a bit irksome.
Sounds it.
Pictures of politicians walking.
I'll keep an eye out for
I
it.
fucking hate it.
I'll tear him out of any magazine I see.
Oh yeah.
That's Bert's cancel couch. Fucking spread your legs. All right, so like we mentioned before, the topic today is being performed by our good editor.
Ed, the editor.
Ed, the editor.
I hope I can live up to it.
You
Well,
certainly will
look,
be able to.
I mean, Jesse maybe.
I've never met more of a layman than a layman.
Hey,
than-
that's a
than
good
you.
point.
I don't
That's a
know.
very good
I don't know how to feel about that.
Barely a
bullshit.
sentence.
What?
It's barely a sentence.
Belly a sentence.
It was barely a sentence.
Oh, belly.
Yeah.
Belly.
So it's okay. They
Belly.
didn't make it out.
It's
Belly.
a belly
Yeah.
sentence.
Belly a sentence.
Barely a sentence. The doll.
So my
Yes,
my topic,
What is your topic for us today, Ed? Hit us.
the monopoly of diamonds.
Hey?
The monopoly.
The monopoly of diamonds.
Yeah.
You started that sentence and I'm like, oh man, I could talk about Monopoly.
Oh, I know about the
What?
story of Monopoly.
What's this?
It's
pretty
I was
crazy.
about to say, what's the story of Monopoly?
It's pretty crazy.
I know nothing about diamonds except I played a Far Cry game that had like diamonds.
Heaps of diamonds.
Brazil was pretty big with
Africa.
It's
diamonds.
pretty good for diamonds.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was Congo,
Mm.
jeeps, people being abducted, knives, AKs. That's pretty much all I know about diamonds.
I mean, it's maybe not too far from it.
Is that pretty good?
It's pretty good, but this is more like the we'll say the bureaucracy of it rather than like the
Oh, okay.
brutality
The
of
farming.
it. Yeah.
Well, because there's...
Because that's a whole other thing, child labor and like
Trying to steer
labor
clear of that
camps.
shit.
Yeah,
Well-
it's not something it's fun, cool to joke about. Whereas
Yeah.
you like,
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
yeah,
You didn't feel like towing the line for 2 hours.
yeah. So we'll note off what is a diamond. Yeah,
All right.
we'll just yeah. Diamond is a solid form of carbon where its atoms have arranged in a crystal structure. It has the
crystalline, you
highest.
could say.
Sorry. What?
Crystalline carbon.
See, this is what I have to put up with Jesse, right? This is what he just,
Okay.
it's crystalline, right? Yeah.
What? Highest hardness and thermal conductivity of any natural material. So it is quite useful, right?
Highest
what-
conductivity.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the highest hardness.
I actually, being a very smart man, I knew that already. No, but I did, I did know that it was conductive, but they don't do it because it's very rare, right?
Yeah, it's
Like,
not worth it. Whereas
there's other
like
ways
things
to
like
do
gold,
stuff
yeah.
with it, yeah.
Diamond anvil cell that simulates pressure that is deeper than the. Sorry. I'm baked as fuck.
Continue.
Yeah.
They use them to make a diamond anvil cell that simulates pressure that is deep in the earth up to 7.7 million atmospheres, which
So-
is 770
Wait, what?
gigapascals.
So
They
this
can
is a
use it-
machine, right?
Yeah, that uses it as like a press to like
Oh,
Simulate
right, because
what-
it's so strong.
Yeah.
Like it'll.
you can use it to encapsulate like chemicals and like
To see what will
materials.
happen under that kind of
yeah,
pressure.
kind of like
well, it's
maybe
like
if diamonds can be formed within heaps of pressure,
Then that, yeah, true.
let's see what we can make with other shit.
well,
kind of thing.
I remember
Sick.
we there was a science experiment we did in school where we had a bottle, right? And the bottle got like flush out water and there was like condensation on the inside, right? And there was like a flat vice and he would like crush it with the lid closed until the point where like it was almost bursting,
Yeah.
and then he'd like fortify the outside of it so it didn't break, like tape it up, and then keep crushing it. And then he'd end up with like a bottle that's half full of water because he's pushing all the fucking air together and it's
Yeah.
actually liquefying under the pressure
Right.
because the atoms have no other choice but to form into the liquid.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, which
So
is
there'd
I'm
be a
guessing
gas
is the
left
same.
over, right,
It's the
wouldn't
same
there?
principle, right?
Yeah.
If you press a bunch of fucking shit
It
together,
forces the ionic bonds between the.
yeah, and like it goes down a level, like goes from a gas to a liquid to a solid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's my understanding.
Yeah,
of it, right?
but you could do like with anything. Like that's where
Yeah.
I was getting deep into it, and they were like, "There's a thing called Ice X, which is when
X.
ice has been formed like under extreme pressure."
Can you smoke it?
I imagine you could.
I
yeah.
want to. Yeah. So most natural diamonds age between 1 and 3.5 billion years old.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's a while.
Well,
And
it
they're-
takes a fucking long time, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And it's carried to the surface from 150 to 250 kilometers within the earth by volcanoes tens to hundreds of millions years ago. So that's how they
Oh,
brought up
dude.
closer to the surface.
So is there potentially just like diamond caves near the molten core? Like caves.
Potentially.
full of
Well,
diamonds?
you'd have
Could-
to get
could be a
the
nice
carbon
big
has to
ring of
get
them.
down there, so it'd have to be like if there were organisms when the Earth was that small, but I don't know.
Oh, true. Right. So
Yeah.
it'd be like halfway down.
Well,
or
it's
something.
the same as oil, like well,
Yeah.
not the same, but like it's it's
Yeah.
carbon. It's
Yeah, it's
could
dinosaurs.
be based off life, like
Dinosaurs.
life-based organism
Yeah.
died
Instead of
ages ago.
fossilizing, it's just
Yeah.
under extreme heat and pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
So some notable diamonds. I'll just mention one of them because one of them's pretty cool.
I love it. I love it. This is the trope on this show. We're like, all right, the
Right,
rest
now
of
the
it's
good
fucking,
shit.
The rest of it's boring.
Yeah.
Here's some
Oh,
good
boy.
fucking diamonds. Like,
There's
And that's what we're here for.
that's what we're here for.
So there's a couple that are very famous and they just pass down through generations, and then kingdoms come over, rule them, take them
Yeah.
for their family jewels, goes to another, like heaps of that shit. There's a diamond that was found called the Cullinan. It was a rough
The
the
Cullinan.
Cullinan.
The Cullinan.
Cullinan. It was a rough diamond weighing 3,106 carats, which is broken down to 105 parts. I think I'll look up how many carats this was.
Wait, so they broke it,
They broke it down to 105 parts.
right?
And one of the parts is the center for the Crown Royal Jewels.
Oh,
In the UK?
shit.
Oh, okay, right.
And the other one is the world's biggest diamond.
Oh, okay.
like,
So this was the
it's
it was a
huge.
fucking huge diamond.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and
I wonder
plus
who
another,
found it, eh?
and then plus another 103 times from that two huge ones.
another
you know what I
another
mean?
bunch of diamonds.
So-
from that, yeah.
Do you know if they were like spread through the royal family, or were they like sold, or?
Just no, it wasn't. So that one was just was bought out For someone made by someone for the Crown Royal Jewels.
That's a 621 gram bit of diamond. That's
Yeah.
over half a kilo. Half a kilo of
Yeah.
diamond.
So that was
Jesus fucking Christ.
man.
So that's like one of them.
That's a
Another
big
one
boy.
was
The colour.
they usually like fucking go back to like the 15th, 16th century, like very notable ones, and then they were like held by someone, and then they disappear for like 100 years.
Well, I
and they
know-
come out of the ground, and people are like, "Oh, let's bid at that." It
Oh.
goes
Yeah.
on like an auction out of nowhere. Things like it's fucking nuts.
Well,
Diamonds.
I know that the crown jewel, right?
Mm.
I think it's the crown jewel. India want it because it apparently belonged to India.
Correct.
And then when
Come
the
get it.
English colonized India, then they took that
Oh,
diamond, yeah,
wow.
and it
Yeah.
became one of the queen. Because the queen was the queen of India at one point, right?
That just makes it.
So-
Yeah, that just makes it more.
And I think there was a big fuss about it, and England are like, no,
Yeah.
no.
That's
bro.
never gonna happen, cunts.
We gave you. No, I can't make that joke. Sorry.
Tea,
Continue.
tea.
Yeah, I'll-
tea.
Actually, no, they were the ones. They supplied a
tea.
lot of tea. Yeah,
Yeah.
They were the big tea boys, I think.
Big
Yeah.
tea boys.
The big tea boys. Oh, do you know why the American Revolution started?
Tea.
Taxes on tea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They got the Americans got fed up.
Wasn't prohibition, or did that come?
No,
after?
it was the fact that the crown were. I'm derailing you, but the crown, England at the time were like, yeah, we need money for fighting France because why? Because we're always fighting France. So
So they
let's tax the Americans. And the Americans are like, why are you taxing us 70% like tariffs on our tea? And they're like, because I'm the king. And like, oh, but what if you weren't our king?
Yeah.
And then
he's like,
then he wasn't the king anymore.
then you won't have any tea. And you're like, well, it's too expensive anyway. So
Yeah,
If you want some,
fuck-
I'll
and
give
fuck
you.
you. Continue, Edward.
So, the monopoly of diamonds. It starts with during the 20th century, where engagement rings were a small dying industry in America and Europe hadn't really like got it yet, right?
True,
So this is
okay.
early in the 20th century. I will say actually as well, the diamonds were never a thing until like very recently, whereas they were more for like necklaces and brooches and like crowns and things like
So
this
they
back
went
in
for
ancient
wedding
history.
bands.
They weren't for wedding bands. Originally, it was just like a gold band or whatever material was
Yeah.
common in that
I
area.
guess no one really wanted or could afford to.
Yeah,
wear diamonds.
it was like a useless thing that until recently.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Um,
aluminium or aluminum, however which way you
Aluminum.
want to
What,
put it.
foil or just
Well, just
aluminium in general?
the metal was it was considered a precious metal back in like
Yeah, not anymore.
not anymore.
No,
But like that's the
Yeah.
thing. Our like things change. It's like
They did the
Santa.
science and they're like, oh, there's shitloads of aluminium.
It's
There's
Aluminum.
shitloads.
fucking
Aluminum.
shit, aluminum.
but originally it was worn on so that ring finger was back in Roman times, like the 5th and 6th century, I think it was.
Mm.
That was like your heart, where your heart vein went from. So it was
Oh,
like
okay.
love heart
yeah,
goes on
okay.
that to symbolize it.
Yeah.
That's where it starts.
Oh, okay.
So until then, until very recently, it was just a band, or like if someone, it was kind of commonplace where other women didn't want to do it because it was commonplace. They wanted it to be different.
Oh, the hipsters
Kind of
of their age.
Literally, yeah.
Mm.
They're like, I'm gonna
um,
put diamonds in this shit.
Imagine a time where hipsters were like, "Fuck yeah, diamonds,"
Or not,
Yeah.
or not,
or not.
or not. So like that was when it was on the verge of the Great War, and America was in the midst of the Great Depression as well. So like diamonds weren't.
No one was buying
wanted
it.
No
to
one
fuck-
was thinking that they'd be cool.
Can it fit? Can I eat
There's
it?
no point. So, but the US market was owned by up to 75% by De Beers, so they had to reverse the trend of
Oh,
which
yes, De
diamond
Beers.
engagement rings were heading.
Mm.
So they were like, this sort of starts in the middle because like,
So De Beers is a I think it's a Dutch company, right?
I didn't really go into their origins, but it was just more like the way the market is
Yeah.
drenched by it and like what their value is kind of.
Yeah. Because in very short form, they're like.
There's
the
got to be a
biggest-
Dutch name with De Beers.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah.
assuming. Yeah, but yeah, they're the biggest
Yeah.
by far diamond, quote unquote producer,
True.
right?
So
So
they had the foresight to put all their research and shit and
Yeah,
Or
so they were like,
resources into
Yeah.
getting diamonds,
But
like
I think
earlier
'cause-
than everyone
'cause
else, and
I
then they
know-
monopolized it, or
I've watched the movie Blood Diamond.
well,
I
I'll
know-
get
I
into
know-
it.
I
I'll
know
get
the
into
industry.
it. I'll tell you how they whip
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So this was the market was going down, and this is like the strategy to make them popular. So we
Okay.
go into like the origin of why engagement rings, and then we go into De
that's a
Beers
clever
how they
idea,
did it.
right?
So they employed a advertising agency that ran a campaign to convince people that diamonds are a reflection of one's status and success. So they sort of like did a campaign for their own product to make their own product popular again.
To give it a purpose.
Yeah, they
more like-
employed some what do you call it? Influencers. Put it that way.
That's,
Yeah.
that's today's
Some
standard.
Twitch influencers.
Imagine that. Okay, you're the marketing executive in charge of De Beers, and the guy walks up to you. He's like, "All right, so we want everyone to wear rocks."
How do we do that?
Start
do that?
sweating. Start sweating.
Yeah.
One
Well, they
guy-
went to
one
an
guy's
external
like, what are they
one.
already wearing? What are they already wearing?
They went to an external one because, like, obviously whatever they were doing was wrong. They
Yeah.
employed it was one agency and then like a guy separately, and the guy was kind of a fucking
Savant.
lunatic savant. You know where they just
Yeah.
like when they turn evil because they're so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
just not fun anymore. I think that kind of thing.
I'm sick of being a fucking good person.
Yeah.
I'm too intelligent for that.
They started giving them to movie idols to use as symbols of unmatched love, as well as offering stories and society photographs to selected magazines and newspapers which would reinforce the link between diamonds and romance. So they like,
product placement.
Yeah.
they literally just went to like celebrities, was like, we'll give you this jewelry of like, for a movie thing, and it was always,
And you get to keep it. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
and then they'd like push for how the story would be written as well, because it would like,
Yeah.
they'd say like, because it's like a major celebrity and they're like back then when nothing was happening.
yeah,
it
they want
was
to
just like,
shoehorn
yeah.
in as much as possible.
Yeah. The stories would stress the size of diamonds that celebrities presented to their loved ones, and photographs conveniently show the sparkling stone on the hand of a well-known woman. Fashion designers would talk on radio programs about the trend, even getting the royal family in on the hoax. So like they basically did the same thing with the royal family.
Yeah.
We'll give you these
They would have
diamonds.
fucking eaten that shit up as
Yeah.
well. They'll be like,
Just be
"Oh,
like-
okay. If we can socially engineer people to actually accept that, oh, this is a symbol of
Yeah.
wealth, then no, that's good for us." This is green Santa Claus all over again.
Green
What?
Santa Claus.
So do you know that Santa used to be green?
Oh.
He wasn't red,
True.
but
What, Saint
Coca-Cola
Nick was
put Santa in an ad and made him red.
And then he was red forever.
He was red forever.
Holy shit.
Dude, what?
That's wild.
What the?
That's fucking
Fuck.
true. That's as true as cocaine used to be in Coke
Dude,
as well.
as if they
Bro.
couldn't.
And
What
that's
the
not a
fuck,
sarcastic
dude?
joke. That's true as well.
Oh yeah, cocaine was
Yeah,
what,
it
in
was.
the 60s,
Very-
early 60s.
No,
or something?
earlier than that. But
Really?
like, because Coke's been around since like fucking
When
like
it had
real early
20s.
20th
when it had
century.
cocaine in it.
Yeah. Had
It had cocaine.
Cocaine,
Yeah,
in it,
yeah. I
cocaine,
thought that's
yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. But I didn't know they literally were like, nah, Santa's red now, eh?
well,
Dude, that's crazy. Imagine copywriting that.
Yeah, Santa's red. Like it's just in this massive document of their copyright.
well, why do you think every Christmas we see a fucking that iconic chubby Santa image that looks like it's from the fucking
He's at the
40s?
beach and he opens a Coke that's like, 400 million liters and it sprays all over everyone and they're all sticky and like playing beach volleyball and they're like, yes,
And they're-
summer,
Dude,
Coke,
and they're so,
They're just hell happy about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
and they're so ripped as well.
yeah,
So
yeah, they're just
fucking
shredded.
So shredded.
Yeah,
Athletic.
it's literally social engineering. It's like
nerd.
Yeah, get spiked. I drink Coke. Sorry,
No, it's all good.
try not to peak it.
So within 3 years, even during the Great Depression, sales increased by 55%. They started circulating marketing materials suggesting that a man should spend 1 month's salary on a diamond ring, then increase to 2 months, as it was such a success. So
they had
just-
us by the
Dude.
balls.
Yeah.
So
So
they
they
had us by the
literally-
fucking balls.
So they literally went into like clothes shops and put like leaflets on the counter,
Yeah.
those kind of things, and was like, "Are you spending?
Do you
enough?"
love your woman?
Yeah,
Doubt
Oh,
it.
You know they're
Nerd.
fucking marketing to women as well.
Oh yeah.
And women are eating this shit
Bro,
up.
the thing is, one chick has 10 other chick friends. One of them gets a rock. Rip 9 dudes.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Everyone's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
get a rock. Yeah.
So like it was. So that's one of the.
especially
crazy
back
things
then.
they
Yeah.
did. They had to appeal to the man and the woman.
Mm.
So they like,
Well, because it wasn't exactly like, oh, honey, get me a ring.
What? So to
Like,
the
it was-
dudes, they were like, "How hard can you work?"
yeah,
Like,
but it
appeal
was
to them,
like, it was like this will
More like,
prove.
oh,
it-
look, sir, you're out of your place there, woman, and backhands her and sends
Well,
her
they
to
were-
get him
they
a
were saying
sandwich,
more like-
that's what I imagine it went like.
They were saying more like, this shows that you love your woman, and to the woman, it's saying, this is how successful your husband is.
And if you
Because that's
buy-
back when it was like the
Yeah.
woman
Yeah.
stayed at home and the
That's
man.
back when everyone, like, casual streetwear was a suit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Everyone was walking around in a suit. And
Yeah.
a
Everyone
hat.
had their Sunday clothes.
And they're like,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
man goes to work. Like, just fucking, back in my day,
Yeah,
I never left the house.
yeah he's just
That
sitting
kind of
there
shit.
reading the paper. He's like, "Honey, where's breakfast?"
Yeah. Just puts it
Oh,
down.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Those kind of days.
Yeah, just folds his paper and takes his glasses off slowly.
It was a little fucked for them back then, wasn't
It's
it?
not. Yeah, it's definitely. Arguably, it's better now.
I think. Okay, cancel couch veto. No, I think they had it better than what everyone thinks they did, but still pretty bad.
Yeah,
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah.
marinate on that.
So maybe,
Marinate.
Just
let it
activate
stew.
the almonds a little bit.
Yeah.
so one thing is De Beers is like a wholesaler, pretty much. So they own like the mines where they come from
Yeah.
and where they go to.
So they want to sell sacks to other people to
Yeah.
fuck off.
And then that's where you get like your jewelers and stuff. So they're selling on like a wholesale price and they had a 55% increase. So like
What, within like a short amount of time? of
three
the-
years is nothing for
Yeah,
like an
it's
investment.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah, for
Mm.
those kind of
For 3
for
years.
gains
Mm.
for those
Yeah.
tendies. GME tendies.
Tendies.
So what is it? Why is the price of diamonds what they are?
What is
Like
it?
why is it like it's just carbon?
What is it? What is it currently? What is the price? Do you know?
Ooh, no, that's something I didn't look up.
Yeah, we should see.
I guess like there would be.
we could all take a punt. I don't know. I'd have no idea how much they were.
So
Probably fucking
let's go
shitload.
100 carats.
Love to know what the wholesale versus like what the percentage difference is. You know.
Well, yeah, because I'm assuming with
I don't know how it
because
works.
jewelry, I have to assume is just marked the fuck up. Like
Oh, okay. What is that? 18.91 carat.
that's a
for $3 million.
but
Nearly
that's
four.
been cut though.
That's 3.7.
That's been cut though.
3.7.
So
Cut and
having it
finished.
cut and finished adds
Yeah.
value to it, right? On a retail.
Yeah.
What about 100 kilos of raw diamond?
That's
as well?
what like 100 kilo raw diamond.
100 kilo.
Maybe a kilo.
Yeah,
Maybe
carat.
a kilo. Yeah, a.
Maybe just 100 carats.
100. I'm sure that biggest one there was like 600 grand.
Rough diamond prices guide. Oh, here we go.
Info
Also-
diamond.
So another
.com.
thing,
Shouts out to info-diamond.com.
that how diamonds are rated is De Beers owns the rating system in which that they are rated. So they
So the
make
whole
up.
carats
Oh,
system.
true.
Yeah, that's another like weird thing about them.
Interesting.
It
What
is.
like-
It
they
is
came
weird,
up
eh?
with?
How
The
they
way-
have their own fucking like weighting system, huh? Like,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're like, we value it at this. That's how.
That's
and
how
just
it's
the-
valued. We know diamonds.
I don't know.
Like,
It's a lot of money.
It's just a bunch of mathematical like.
G color is $2,500 per carat.
2.5 grand a carat for raw diamond, rough diamond.
That'd be US as well,
Right.
Okay.
which is insane
Wow.
for like compressed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
compressed
wonder. No
fucking
wonder your
carbon,
rings
yeah.
have like a tiny amount in them.
Yeah.
Fucking
Mm.
Jesus.
When you see proper diamonds.
My
Yeah.
my cousin spent, I think it was like 25 grand
Oh my
on a
god.
ring, on a diamond ring.
Just killer.
for his
What's
wife.
that? 10 years of saving or something like.
Well, he had the capital for it, so. But
Yeah.
again, it's the
It was just
idea.
his-
That's how ingrained
his
the idea
yearly
of it
bonus.
is.
Yeah, that's insane though.
Like it's a very nice looking ring.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
it's an insane
but-
amount of money for such a fleeting moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm sure-
another
'cause
thing.
we spend money on stupid shit all the time.
Yeah,
Excuse me, all the time.
yeah,
It's not necessarily if it's worth to you, then it's not a stupid thing, right?
yeah.
They
So I
weren't.
guess if people want to spend 25 grand on a thing,
Yeah.
like yeah.
You could buy an amateur like soccer league for that.
No.
I want to find the one
know.
hot woman.
Something cool though.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
you
small
can.
golf course.
I want to find the one hot woman that doesn't think
Maybe.
diamonds are a necessity.
very small.
Very small. Putt course.
putt.
Yeah. So like another thing as well is, De Beers will. So what?
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 I don't
What was
know.
that?
I was.
I heard you
struggling-
talking. I
struggling
heard
to
you talking
putt-putt.
about putt golf, and I was like,
I was like putt.
yeah,
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
No.
Okay.
So another thing is
What a fucking train wreck.
jewelry is like sold to when you go to like a jeweler's. The diamonds that they give them for their pieces are sold on consignment, so they don't pay them until they're sold.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're loans.
So they won't ever appreciate in value because they're always buying it at a wholesale price,
Mm.
and they'll offer you a wholesale price if you want to bring your jewelry in.
Mm.
So it never appreciates in value; it always depreciates. So you can't even use them as investments.
And that's a good way to make it so that you know it gives a false sense of like new and used.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Like hardcore new and used. Like
So
you
that
would want to
means,
buy a
like-
new diamond. It's the same as the fucking old one, but it's
Mm.
just $5,000 more, right?
yeah.
But like
Um,
that would mean jewelers are also paying interest on their stock as well. So are they paying interest on, I guess, their loaned diamonds? Or
No.
No,
No, they wouldn't be.
It's
So
like
that'd be-
so. It's basically De Beers. There's a thing called the CDS. I want to say I can't. It's in here. The CSO. Sorry,
CSO.
I can't remember what it's called. Oh, Central Selling Organization is what they are, and they basically you have to be a certified dealer from that goes to this CSO that can buy diamonds from them, and if you get banned from it by fucking around,
Fucking
you're
around.
out. Yeah, you're out.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Like in
I would love to go to a CSO dinner, like AGM meeting.
oh, they'd be eating like caviar out of a virgin. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that and Mensa dinners.
Yeah,
that's,
boy,
That's,
Mensa
what,
dinner,
that's
yeah.
what I'm keen for.
At fucking Albies or whatever.
Yes.
Hate those.
What?
I don't know,
Albies.
it's like the worst one, isn't it?
The fuck is an Albie?
It's like a hell shitty American fast food / like.
Oh, you're
that's
talking about
Arby's.
Arby's, yeah.
Arby's.
Albies
Yeah,
is
do
the
we have
beer.
Albies?
Albies
No, we
is
do
the
not
beer.
have Arby's.
You fucking cooks you guys.
Well, yeah.
I don't
So-
really blame you.
I'm thirsty.
What is another way to increase the price of a diamond? By artificially inflating the rarity of diamonds, right?
Mm.
So if you pretend there's a small demand for it, then you can charge an exorbitant amount of price.
It's literal supply and demand.
Yeah.
And
But
they're controlling the whole market at the same time.
when you control the whole market,
yeah.
you know,
So,
then you
like-
control the price all the
Yeah.
time.
Before before
Like,
1870,
all the time.
before 1870, diamonds were very rare. They were like just found like
willy nilly.
yeah.
Someone
It
had
was just
stumbled
like
on
someone
one.
stumbled on them,
Yeah.
and then usually attached to royal jewelry and crowns, etc. Sorry. Then when in 1870 a huge deposit in South Africa was discovered, it flooded the market, making their own product virtually worthless. So they discovered a huge one, like a huge
Vein.
vein of like diamonds, and they didn't want to. So this one, they didn't want to like. They started flooding it, and they realized, oh my god,
So they
This
held
was a
back
bad
and they were like,
idea.
"Oh, that's all we have. That,
yeah. They were like, fuck, we gotta. This isn't for our best interest.
yeah.
So when one man called Cecil Rhodes began buying up mines in order to control their output and keep the price of diamonds high, and by 1888 he controlled the entire South African diamond supply. So he just like he discovered that huge vein, cornered the market, and then just kept buying up more and more mines
Jesus.
to control the
Because
market.
as soon as he got the capital off of that first
Yeah.
one as well, he was like, "Yep, this is what
Yeah.
I do now." He's like, "I'll have all these fucking mines."
yeah,
Thank you
I'm
very much."
gonna make this even more ruthless.
What was his name again?
His name was Cecil Rhodes.
Cecil.
Good old Cecil.
Yeah, Cecil. Essentially being the world supplier after making the company De Beers, another massive mine in South Africa was found in 1902 and contained as many diamonds as of all De Beer mines had combined. So
So big boy.
yeah, they
Big
hit it.
boy
They
mine.
There's
hit
a new
another
player?
one. Yeah, there's a
Yeah?
new player.
Mm.
Ooh.
Basically, they started like flogging their diamonds because they were like, they're doing it for
They can
$2,500.
undercut the
Yeah,
market.
they were like, we're doing it for $2,500 a carat,
Mm.
just for an example, and they would do like $12.50 a carat.
They probably
Yeah.
would
Like,
sign
they
a
were just
fucking treaty or something.
Yeah.
Undercut the fuck out of it.
And then
Underfuck
they-
the cut out of it.
Underfuck the cut.
Yeah.
So De Beers offered them to join them. That
Yeah.
they offered to buy them out, De Beers, and they realized after refusing it, they realized that a competitive market wouldn't be prosperous for their either company. They were like, if we just play ball,
Yeah, so
we
they
can make more money.
signed a treaty, or did
yeah,
they
yeah,
merge?
essentially signed a treaty.
Yeah.
They were like,
I fucking knew that would happen.
yeah, they were like, okay, we get it. We're both on
We're
the same
both
table.
losing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we just keep them at this price, it's going to be sick.
So why not work together, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Look,
much.
We've already completely controlled the media, and everyone's buying them now. So, I mean, why don't we just both sit on this? We're unhappy about it.
That's what I
but
mean. Try find the
Stop
one.
ruining the market, at least.
Try find the one hot, nice girl that is completely fine without having a diamond ring. Hey babe, I want to marry you. Will you marry me?
Are you right if I
Where's
get-
the ring?
Yeah.
She could be a complete saint her whole life to you. The nicest
And then
girl
she
you've ever
hates you.
met, right? She'll even give you a foot job when on special occasions, right?
Yeah, birthdays.
Anytime,
Bar
man. Like,
mitzvahs.
yeah, whatever. Bum- That's fucked up, Jesse.
I was going for alliteration. What's another B word?
Balls.
Fuck the balls.
Basketballs.
So De Beers owns most of the diamond mines. For the mines that they didn't own, they had historically bought out all the diamonds, intimidating or co-opting anything that anyone resisting their monopoly. Basically,
Yeah.
they either try to fuck them over,
They
or
soaked
they
them.
were like, or
Yeah.
they were like, we can do this.
Imagine
It works
those
out.
conversations. Just be like, pass him a letter and be like, how about you think about it, buddy?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know,
And then they're just up all night thinking about it. Yeah.
smoking a cigar, just holding the check. Like,
And for anyone that, where is it? So anyone that they didn't, as well, they'd buy out all of their mines. I mean, all of their diamonds, and then just release them when they wanted to.
right. So they were withholding stock to continue.
So
Oh,
they were
shit,
like,
yeah.
well, this guy's not fucking around. We'll just buy all their diamonds and release them how we wanted to keep the price
I
the same.
think one of the
That's
biggest
dirty,
yeah, dude.
the biggest issue about their mines, especially in like Africa and shit, right? As far as I understand, it's literally a double-edged sword, and both edges are going to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, right? It's only in one direction. That doesn't make sense. That'd be a single-edged sword. It's serrated, all right? Okay, so
Serrated knife.
it's a serrated knife, all right?
It's
But
just
the mine,
just a circle, like a circle.
it's like a frisbee.
Disc sword, yeah.
Frisbee.
The disc sword.
Kung Lao's hat.
Yeah.
Don't watch the
Don't
new
watch
Mortal
it, it's
Kombat.
trash.
It's fucking bad. Kano's good, and that's about it. What was I saying? Yeah, so the mines in Africa, right? It's damned if they're open and damned if they're closed, right? Because obviously when they're open, it's fucked conditions. A lot of the time they're using like slaves to do the work, right? And a lot of the times though they don't need the mine open because they've got a fucking store, like a storage, right? Maybe the market's dead a little bit. It's like the opposite of Valentine's Day.
So they just live and
What's-
wait.
What's a good
Halloween?
day? Halloween. I don't know.
You don't buy.
There's
so
a lot.
many
There's a
diamonds
lot
on-
of sexy Halloween costumes going on Halloween. I don't know
Yeah.
about that. What's the least romantic day of the year?
Anzac Day.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's pretty romantic, I guess.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not.
a lot of
For your
no, a
veterans,
lot of
they
old
might-
couples maybe.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, I remember your dad. Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
He sucked my
Do you want
cock."
some tea?
Easter?
Hey, there's
Easter-
rabbits. They fuck a lot.
But
Is
see, that's
that-
pretty close to Valentine's Day though. Like we're talking about time. That's a hard one. I'm gonna have to think about it.
Thanksgiving.
Chinese New Year.
Thanksgiving.
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day.
Mm,
Benign, abstract. Yeah, we're celebrating
Ramadan?
Labor. Ramadan.
Ramadan.
mm.
Wait, we'll line it up, eh?
Line it up.
Well,
Yeah. I don't know. That wasn't
Where
it.
was I up to?
I'm happy with that. Let's move it. Let's go.
Where was I up to?
We need more
So
of that. If you ask
they-
me.
That's dodged.
They
Dodged.
then transfer all the diamonds over to the CSO, the Central Selling Organization, which they own, essentially.
Yeah.
It's like just a separate thing.
It might as well be the same
Yeah.
people, right?
The CSO sorts through the diamonds, puts them in boxes, and presents them to the 250 partners that they will sell to. The price of the diamonds and the quantity of diamonds are non-negotiable. It's take it or leave it. Refuse your boxes and you're out of the diamond industry. So they hand select these 250
And then you're like,
organizations.
you want to be in?
Yeah, and then if you're like, oh, I don't know about this one, and they're like,
But
we're not doing it
okay,
again.
fuck off then.
Yeah, we'll find someone else. refuse your boxes and you're out of the diamond industry. For most of the 20th century, the system has controlled 90% of the diamonds trade and is solely responsible for the inflated price of diamonds. However, as Oppenheimer took over the leadership at De Beers, he keenly assessed the primary operational risk that the company faced. Our only risk is the sudden discovery of new mines, which human nature will work recklessly to the detriment of us all. So he's like speaking as if it's the end of everything. Like,
This dude's disturbed.
yeah,
deeply.
he's like, we're all gonna die
It's-
if it gets flooded.
It's like the ancient fucking the Gauls. You know, the Gauls were like the prehistoric version. Well, not prehistoric, but like they were like the old version of the French.
Okay.
They were like clansmen and shit.
I
And
know
they
nothing
and their
about this.
thing but their thing was is that they were afraid of nothing, no man, but the only thing they were afraid of was the sky falling on their heads.
Like Asterix.
Yeah, Asterix,
yeah,
exactly.
like,
That's where I got that.
Pre-Greek. Yeah, true. There you go.
But that's imagine you're fearless, and the one thing you fear, no matter how unlikely, just encapsulates your whole life.
Yeah.
This guy's thinking my version of the sky
Yeah.
falling on me is someone finding a mine
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a place
yeah.
that's not Africa, that I can't just,
Someone just tweets out,
send
Keka
a
just found
paramilitary group over there to find.
Found diamonds, lol.
just found a diamond mine, lol.
Lol. De Beers
All
is just
licensed, and then their documentation, De Beers, like,
like, stock price goes down.
floods the market with diamonds so no one can sell them at a good price. Open the floodgates.
It's just fucking Daz with a shovel and a pick in the backyard. Just,
Yeah.
like, just destroys the international diamond market.
So in
Just chucks a
1957,
fucking raw uncut diamond onto his wife's wrist, and she's like, "Oh, this is so good, thanks."
She's
Daz."
just dragging her arm along the ground.
It's like
Love.
Homer when he joins the fucking stonemasons, whatever they're called.
Oh, fuck. I think I've seen that episode, yeah. It's been a while.
They attach the stone of
yo,
yeah. They attach the stone of
Oh,
shame to him. And then when they see the birthmark,
right,
he's
yeah.
the chosen one. They're like, take off the stone of shame, and he's like, yeah. And they're like, attach the stone of triumph, and it's this fucking
bigger.
huge fucking rock.
Oh.
So in 1957, the Soviet Union discovered a massive deposit of diamonds in Serbia. Though the diamonds are a bit on the smallish side, De Beers still had to sweep in and buy all of them from the Soviets. Even like,
He was like, yes.
yeah, they just like, we can't fucking.
The Soviets are like,
Yeah.
can we turn this into a gun? No, well, you can have it then.
Yeah.
So
Sure,
basically,
give us
the Soviets
gun money.
actually, funnily enough, they were like, realized once the contract ran out, they were like, fuck this, and was like, we can
can
make
fuck
way
some
more
shit
money.
up, yeah.
We can make way more money. So De Beers swooped in and took all of them because why even risk it?
Yeah.
Later in Australia, a huge supply of coloured diamonds was discovered. When the mine refused to join the syndicate, De Beers retaliated by unloading massive amounts of coloured diamonds that was similar to the Australian ones to drive down their price.
And
So, like-
they don't even give a shit, man.
Yeah.
They're just like,
wow,
fuck it.
dude.
There you go.
Just to
Wow.
fuck them over.
I'd love to know where all these are stored, eh?
Mm.
Interesting.
Similarly,
Area 51, probably.
in the 1970s, some
It's
Israeli...
like in some bank where it's just like they're literal goblins are just running the bank. Like
Gringotts.
it's yeah, like
Hogwarts.
fucking
Yeah.
Gringotts.
Gringotts.
You walk up,
Um,
it's like, I want to see the massive diamond vault. It's just like, what is your name? You're like, this guy's gross.
So in the 1970s, some Israeli members of the CSO started stockpiling diamonds they were allocated rather than reselling them. This made it difficult for De Beers to control the market price and would eventually cause a deflation in diamond prices when the hoarders released their stockpile. So
Yeah.
they're trying to people like all the time just trying to fuck them over and do him back to a De Beers. Like there was just strikes of people trying to fight one way. Eventually, these offending members were banned from the CSO, essentially shutting them out of the diamond business.
Them offending members.
So they
I
tried,
used to be in the diamond business.
yeah. Even though they're in the CSO, they were like, maybe we can do what they're doing,
Yeah.
and they
nah.
just were like, "Fucking, don't be stupid."
Don't be fucking stupid. We control the shiny rock trade.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
The shiny
That's
How
what
rock
it is.
trade.
dare you?
So
Yeah.
Contemplated.
Just a bunch of crows.
in 2000, De Beers announced that they were relinquishing their monopoly on the diamond business.
Oh, were they?
They were.
What?
So
So
they were is the key word.
they just announced it, you know.
They're like,
They were-
we're done.
Yeah, we just blew our load. They even settled a US antitrust lawsuit related to fixing industrial diamonds to the tune of $10 million.
They've been doing it
So
for
they've been-
like 100 years.
That'd
little-
be fuck all to them though.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's the little like the slappiest of on the
Oh, yeah.
businesses. That's like
The slappiest.
A little-
on
that
the
was like a-
wristises.
just a little rissy
Yeah.
kiss. Like
It's like when the
they were
globe,
like, you got us.
it's like in 2007, the global financial crisis. All the fucking bankers got hauled in front of Congress and they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry for giving loans to people that can't pay them." And they're like, "Okay, just pay us like $5 million." They're like, "Yep, sick." And then the next week they're back in trying to get bailouts for these banks to the tune of like billions of dollars. And then it's like, oh, okay, what did they do with the money? They just gave bonuses to the same people that screwed the economy and had to pay like $5 million
Yes.
Like,
back.
yes, thanks for that.
Cheers,
fucking
dads.
bonus. Yeah.
Cheers,
Getting a
dads.
pool. Getting another pool.
Paper. Apparently it's worth something.
So today, De Beers hold on the industry supply chain is less strong, and yet price continue to rise as new deposits.
By how much?
Yeah, less like so they decided they were like, oh, we're stepping back. We'll release some more diamonds and make it all
I
cheap.
feel, like,
still
I
believe
feel like
they-
were just like, oh, we haven't had some PR in a while, and they just like dust off the cobwebs off like the corpse of the guy that used to be the marketing manager.
Yeah.
Just like shove some fucking diamonds in his ear, like reanimate him. It's fucking, oh, hey, we need to come up with something to make people less pissed off at us. Like,
So I still believe they own the CSO. So
Yeah.
like, it's it is what it is. And yet price continues to rise as new deposits haven't been found recently, and demand for diamonds is increasing in India and China. For now, it's less necessary that the company monopolize the supply chain because its lie that the diamond is a proxy for a man's worth in life has infected the rest of the world. So like, it's starting to like even take off now, and even
Yeah.
their like there's no substance
But that's
to
what
it.
all they're used for is wedding rings and engagement rings. What else are they
and
used for?
like people
Just
who,
like common
super
jewelry.
intense
people who
circuitry, like
can wear a crown on their head.
Rappers.
who feel
yeah,
like
rappers.
wearing a
Yeah, I
crown.
guess. That's probably a big market.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
that's probably a big market.
Grills, yeah.
Grills, chains, watches. Fucking oath, man.
Mm.
It's
Fucking
pervasive,
rolling.
man.
So that was the monopoly of diamonds.
Yeah, thank
Fuck
you.
yeah, nice.
That was fucking awesome.
I had
like
the
heaps, actually.
like before this. I had the idea. I just hate diamonds more now because I always thought it's like, no, fuck this. Like, I will bring it up to my future wife. I'll be like, hey, look,
You're not getting a diamond.
I think the idea of diamonds are fucking stupid, and she'll be like, well, she'll either dump me on the spot,
Yeah.
or if she really, really cares about me, she'll just like throw a toaster at me or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Or she'll be like,
Um,
that's okay. But then think to herself, when it comes around to the time, I'll make him come around. Like, I've got time.
next
Come
minute,
round, come
just
round.
just look over the shoulder. She's already on Tinder.
Yeah. yeah.
Already on Tinder. Yeah, no, I don't. I just it's so fucking stupid. In the end,
Yeah.
it's just a fucking shiny rock.
Yeah.
Look,
They
you know
do
what?
look cool though.
They do look cool. My favorite shiny rock is topaz. I like topaz. That's
Topaz?
yeah, topaz, yellow one. But it's still a
I
fucking
like
rock.
amethyst. It's like one of the
Amethyst.
cheapest ones.
Yeah.
I love
You can buy it for like
temazepam.
$10.
Tomazepam.
No, is that?
Temazepam?
Yeah, that's not it.
Is that a drug?
Yeah,
Sounds like yeah.
Sounds like a pharmacy.
Sounds like it.
Diazepam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the joke. Yeah. All right. Fuck yeah. That was
Cheers,
the
Ed.
monopoly of
hope-
diamonds.
That
I
was
hope
the
you guys
shit.
have news because I didn't know how long that was going to go for.
That was
That's all right,
fantastic.
We got
man.
some news.
I'm
No,
sorry.
we had a very packed episode last week, so it's probably since.
And hey, it's
a little
episode
bit
10.
better.
High spirits,
yeah.
fucking shenanigans, and diamonds, boy.
Fucking diamonds,
Boy.
dad.
I
Maybe
wonder-
by the
yeah.
time we have episode 50,
We should give an honourable mention to old mate. That diamond, I guess that'd be another famous diamond. The one that old mate shoved in his
Diamond.
head. Neil Diamond. Yeah, okay. That's
Who
an honourable
shoved what
mention.
in his head?
The rapper shoved a diamond in his head.
Oh, that cunt.
Oh.
Yeah,
What's his
you
fucking
brought
name?
up his. wasn't that the guy you had in the news?
I think so. I think I brought up his news. Yeah, yeah. I can't remember his fucking name again.
Puts a fucking diamond
But
in his
yeah,
head.
he's got
Oh,
a-
I know that guy. Yeah, Lil
Lil
Uzi.
Uzi
Yeah.
Uzi Vert. That's the
Oh,
one.
Lil
Yeah,
Uzi Vert.
yeah. Yeah.
It's either little or big.
Yeah, so he shoved a diamond in his head, and then a couple days later, he's like, "Oh shit, it's fucking bleeding. Am I gonna die?" And he was like freaking out.
It's 24 million.
He didn't. He bought
It
it.
looks like shit.
He bought it from the bank too.
Yeah, he probably.
Yeah, he did.
So like,
$24 million diamond.
yeah.
Sure, oh, dude, man, that's what I mean. People can buy, fuck it, if they want to, they can buy stupid shit. I'm all for freedom.
But in reality,
That's
there's a
all on for
warehouse
free.
somewhere that drives the price of that down to like $2,000.
I also believe that certain people in the world are meant to be examples. Case in point.
So did Genghis Khan.
Yes. No, he preferred all people in the world to be related to him.
Yeah, yeah.
So
All right, so
yeah,
we'll
fuck
have
yeah.
a quick
So,
break and
well,
fucking
yeah, quick break. Come back
Neil
with
Diamond.
some news.
come back
Neil
with some
Diamond.
news.
Oh, did you know that they named an animal after Neil Diamond? Like its scientific name is like Neilus diamondus or some shit. Just to cap that off, we'll be back. All right, we're back with some news. All right,
We're back with the news.
we are back with the news of the week. Is it this week? Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
The
dun,
nudes
dun,
of the week.
dun.
Send us your nudes.
Yeah, send us some news.
All right, first one. I'll go first.
All right, lay it on me, bro.
All right. So, people are eating rotten raw meat to get high in dangerous online trend.
Yeah.
So we all know dangerous online trends. We all know how
Yeah.
that
Planking.
work.
That was my favorite one. Planking.
So planking was cool because it was very inconspicuous,
Yeah.
but like it wasn't the action that was dangerous. It was the level of human stupidity that was involved
dangerous,
with
yeah.
it. Like, and
People
it really
taking
just
it to the next
yeah,
level.
it just goes
Go
to
on
show
top of
we
buildings.
can never have we can't have nice things. People will
Tide
just
Pods
fucking
is
yeah, Tide
another
Pods.
one.
Yeah.
Trying to think of some more. I don't know.
I watched a mini doc on YouTube. There's this guy named Chubby Emu. He's like this
Yes.
doctor. You know Chubby Emu, yeah.
No.
Yeah, and he did a thing on Tide Pods. Like, actually looked at a case because he looks at real medical cases.
Yeah.
Explains what the fuck happened. He's got like clickbaity titles. So his titles are like a TikToker ate a Tide Pod. This is what happened to his fucking lungs or some shit.
Oh yeah, cool. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool though.
Yeah, so it is pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
if I recall, it stripped the mucus lining of his esophagus.
Cleaned it up real good.
And cleaned it up real good and basically burnt his esophagus from the inside.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was very pleasant. Anyway, people are eating rotten meat. Or rotten raw meat.
Rotten.
So
raw
it's not just
meat.
rotten, it's raw. You know? So the Newsweek's pretty fucking cancer. They're like the sun. They gotta fucking make everything.
They got a
make sense.
quota.
Yeah, they got a quota to keep, you know. So they start off by saying, of all the bizarre and dangerous trends to gain traction in social media, a practice known as eating high meat might be the all-time grossest and most nauseating. So they're saying that you get high off it.
It's just like, I guess, like eating mushrooms is technically a poison. I guess you're just eating a different kind of poison.
No, I disagree. Like
Psilocybin's a poison.
so there's this guy, right, named I'm gonna try and say it properly. Sverige or something. He's from Norway, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
He's infamous for he went through. I might have mentioned him in the last episode. I think he was infamous for on the Peter episode. He went through like a vegan rally eating like a raw pigeon
Oh, true.
or like a raw duck or some shit.
That's rank.
And just like just trying to piss him off, be a cheeky cob.
Yum.
They reference him in this article because he's like anti-vegan, and
Right.
I seen him do it, man. He ate like a liver, raw
The
liver.
cow's liver?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had
I
a
saw
raw
that.
cow liver that had been out in the open, not refrigerated for like 4 months. And he was doing his stream like shit talking vegans, like a fucking like a Twitch streamer, shit talking it, and he's just there. He's just munging on this fucking 4-month-old liver like it was nothing.
Oh,
Gotus, that's his
just
other,
munging on it.
his other.
All gristly,
And he
like fucking.
drinks.
Yeah, that's him. Sverige with a 3.
Oh, true. Okay.
This guy loves Australia, by the way.
Yeah, he's just at a fucking.
This isn't
on
him.
the
I think
street
this
with a
is one of
whole
his
liver,
mates.
just munging on it. That's Oh, there's a few people doing it.
Mm.
Had a bite. Oh, he's hungry.
I love how he
He's
goes.
going back.
He goes for the same spot the other guy ate it from, as well.
I love how he's
I like
he's
that.
palming this hunk of meat in his hands
Yeah.
like it's a fucking tennis ball,
Yeah.
like a stress ball, while he's just still chewing.
I'm
He's
not
been
gonna.
chewing
I'm not
for like
gonna
10
lie. The
minutes.
way he's like just holding it very naturally, like it almost looks appetizing.
Yeah.
It almost does.
Oh, he likes it.
I
He
guess
likes
it's not
it.
rotten or anything. It's just raw.
I thought that was. Yeah.
He's not. I don't know if he's even in the video. This is neither of them. Neither
So
of them.
people
this
are
guy.
eating rotten.
Yeah,
meat,
so-
and they're referencing this dude.
Well, they reference this dude because it's been around for a while. The idea that
Oh,
raw
I
meat's good
see.
for you.
Right.
This
okay.
is-
That's him there.
That's him there. But
That's
these
him
guy,
there.
he reposted it. Looks like
Yeah,
that
he probably
video.
would, yeah. He's also like a self-styled like health guru. He's carnivorous,
Oh, okay.
only carnivorous, and he only eats raw meat unless he has like he said this. He went to like a Brazilian restaurant, and obviously they're not allowed to serve raw meat to
Yeah.
you, so he just gets it blue, right?
Right.
So he either eats blue meat or he eats.
Just cook it. It tastes so much better.
I don't know. I got into a very short phase for about 3 months where I would literally have a handful. I'd have to go to the butcher and ask him to cut like a bit of the inside of something, and then I'll go home and eat it, like just with some salt and pepper, just like a little handful of steak.
Oh, okay.
And you know what, man? It tastes fucking really nice.
Well, they do like if it's sliced really thin and it's super high
Tartare.
quality.
Yeah, like a tartar.
Yeah, that can be nice.
Yeah.
Like, and sushimi can be nice too.
Yeah.
Again, high quality, very small amount.
But then you got people like this guy who just goes around eating raw shit. Oh yeah, he's eating a raw squirrel. That was the first one he got infamous over. And people were like, "What the fuck are you?
I want to see a raw meat mukbang. Just some thick chick with big nails,
Hey,
like
this
hell
guy's-
long nails.
This
like,
guy's pretty receptive, man. I might just email him and say, "Hey, dude, you
This is trendy.
Dude, you
do
should
this."
do like
Yeah,
a fucking
man.
mukbang of raw meat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you'll blow up. Wait, I'll have you on the podcast. We've got a podcast. Come on.
Hey,
let's
yeah,
get
fucking
on
right.
there. Yeah, that's how you.
We should tee that
That's
up.
how you network.
We'll talk to our
Jesse.
people.
Yeah, we'll talk to our peeps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, some reportedly eat high meat for its alleged mind-altering effects. I believe that. I actually believe it could get you high.
Yeah.
Because fuck knows what bacteria is growing on that shit. It could just be something that's like, hey, this is what we do to your brain.
Yeah. You're getting
Gross.
yeah, you're like nearly dying, so you're getting fucking like adrenaline rushes.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Like your body's shutting down, and whatever's left in there is trying to fight it off.
I actually...
What a rush.
Yeah, what a rush! Like when you get like food poisoning.
Yeah.
you get the sweats. And
You
you
get
get
the
all
fucking
pale. And you're
sweats
like,
hardcore.
Except these dudes are like, oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like some sweat lodge or some shit.
One thing I heard, I found out is that cured meats are considered raw, which was very so like salami and
Yeah,
shit.
you can eat bacon, and that's
You can't
cured.
eat raw bacon.
Well, you can.
Well, because the bacon we buy is smoked.
Yeah, well, cured, isn't it? I'm pretty sure they cure the
Cured.
ham before they make bacon. And like,
Maybe you're right. I'm
something
probably
like
wrong
that.
actually.
Like,
Yeah.
but
You s-
it's,
that- you
again,
sound like
that's the
you're right,
thing.
yeah.
You're not really meant to, because you can always get like ringworm or some kind of.
That's
'cause-
yeah. That's right.
Ringworm.
Yeah, I think that you can get that from beef and bacon, and you can get some other shit
Isn't
from.
that what you
from
get through your
pigs.
skin?
Yeah, it's like a.
But you can eat it.
Well, you get it from eating like undercooked meat and shit, but yeah, apparently you can eat fucking raw bacon, but a lot of people say you're not supposed to. So
Well, no,
it's like, again,
pork
on
in
the
general,
line.
you're not supposed to eat fucking raw. It's on.
You can't
It's
eat
almost
raw
on
pork.
par with chicken. Like
Yeah.
you can't eat raw pork; it fucks you up.
But
Like
again, bacon's like a grey area.
Yeah.
Some people reckon you can. I had a mate that fucking ate raw bacon like every morning.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I want to show you a picture of the main thing that actually started all of this off. This was the raw bit of steak that someone posted, said that they ate.
Oh.
That's
okay.
that's the high meat right there.
Okay.
That's it right there. It looks pretty fucking cool, doesn't it? It looks pretty nice.
There's like a
For-
nice. Give it a description.
Yeah, so it's by all
Well
means a bit of beef.
Yeah.
It looks like it has herpes,
Yeah.
and it's a very concentrated strain of herpes.
Yeah.
There's like pink blotches like that have come out of it.
It almost looks like
All
a
over
lab experiment. Like they were trying to grow as much of that parasite or whatever it is as possible.
and it's
or
pink.
fungus.
It's fucking pink. Like if it almost looks like fungus.
The rule
doesn't
of
look
thumb
like
is
bacteria,
if
it
you
looks like
smell it
fungus.
and it makes you yak and it gives you a gag reflex, you probably shouldn't eat it.
Well, and that's why we have that biological
Yeah.
response mechanism, right? It's like, oh, I better not put that in my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, there's all sorts of shit you can get. Salmonella, E. coli, Shigella, I think it's pronounced. And I think this person's saying that the high might come from maybe what you were saying with food poisoning. The high might come from the fact that the body has to really struggle breaking all this shit down.
Yeah.
That's maybe where
And
it
the
comes
thing
from.
is, like, if you kick your shin into a tree over and over again, over time your shin will get strong. But
Over time.
that's not the same for your guts. Like the bacteria will slowly die and you'll get sicker and eventually you'll get sick. Like it's not the same thing.
It's like
You
that
know?
guy. What was that podcast? Hello from the Magic Tavern.
Yeah.
There's shouts
Shouts out to that podcast.
That's
man.
a good
It's
podcast.
Fantastic.
That the elf that he's a lumberjack, but he kicks trees down.
Yeah, they had him on as a guest or something. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so that's the raw meat one.
Right on. Oh,
Raw meat that gets you high.
that's disgusting.
Yes.
I've got something else
You know
that's
what
also
wasn't disgusting. Them Colonel boxes.
What?
Those
Oh,
little
yeah, we went. This episode's sponsored by the Colonel himself.
Oh, the Colonel
We had
himself
a
Yeah.
KFC feed before.
provided some tasty nugs.
Some raw chick.
Yeah. So this one I think is out of Nashville.
Yes.
Man
Fucking
arrested
Nashville.
at Kid Rock's bar for removing colostomy bag and swinging it around.
He's just having a good time, man.
Yeah. So
He's like, I really want to express myself
Wait.
today.
Was that kid arrested?
no, it was at Kid Rock's bar.
Oh,
in
sorry.
Nashville, I think. It was. It says here, according to Scan Nashville, on Twitter, a call came over the Metro Nashville Police radio last night. Assistance at Kid Rock's big ass honky tonk rock and roll steakhouse.
Is that the name? Big ass rock and roll honky tonk steakhouse.
Well, yeah, Kid Rock's big ass honky tonk rock and roll steakhouse.
Yes.
Seems there was a man stirring up shit at the bar.
You know, in 2016, there was an actual conceded effort by like fans of Kid Rock to get President Trump to have him as the vice president.
Oh wow.
There was like as Donald Trump was ramping up his election.
Now, if that doesn't
effort.
say something about your demographic, I don't know what will.
That's funny as
Right.
fuck.
So yeah, the Nashville Scanner, which I think is like a Twitter thing that takes the police radio and translates it and posts it.
Yeah.
It goes, unit needs transport car at Drum Roll Kid Rock and ambulance and we need a sergeant. And he goes, male took off his colostomy bag and started swinging it at others. Some units have feces on them. This is the third time I've heard about this colostomy bag guy in the past 2 nights.
Oh no.
So
So he's a
Serial.
he's
he's
a
a
regular
serial
pest, this one,
colostomy fuck.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
swinging that shit around, literally.
Yeah, and the previous night he had refused medical attention both times. They went out to him. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fucking good. I'm just
I can chuck my bag back into the hole, okay? I can do it myself.
began flinging poo on the responding officers.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Ain't
pretty. I
nothing
mean,
bad.
that's pretty much it. They kind of just like
If you're at the
rant on
point
about it a bit, you know.
if you're at the point where you can never shit again, like maybe all meaning just leaves you. Like I can't imagine not
Yeah.
being able to have a good shit
One
ever
officer.
again. in
what
my life.
consequence can you give me now that I haven't?
It's. I think it's almost on par of never having sex again. Because as good as like sex is, like the instant feeling of both emptiness and just like and removal of waste is just so biologically essentially hardwired to cause pleasure in our brains.
Yeah.
I think it would actually affect me like mentally if I could not shit anymore.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bad.
It would be fucked.
I love how he refuses. The Embos are like, "Can we help you, sir? You're clearly in
It's like, no,
disarray."
I've got
or whatever."
them.
He's like, "No, I'm good."
Just gives them a little
Apparently,
squirts.
one officer had to head home for 30 to 40 minutes to change clothes.
That
30 to
shower's
30 to
not
40
long
minutes.
enough.
Yeah.
He had to have a full scrub down.
He's just in there. His wife's at the door. It's just like,
Shaking.
you okay? He's just like, no.
Yep. Yeah, that's my that's one of my news for the
Gets,
week.
bit,
Do you have
gets a bit of poo in his eye.
I thought that was interesting. And instead of going to Florida, we went to Nashville this time.
No,
Yeah.
Nashville.
Thought I'd give him a break.
What's Nashville popular for? Whiskey. Jack Daniels.
Whiskey, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have
Hot
good
wings.
barbecue
Dan
there?
Jackals.
Hot wings.
Hot
Yeah,
wings.
barbecue,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
They do brisket and shit there.
Being aggressively American.
Oh, Nashville hot chicken it is, sorry. Yeah.
Nashville hot chicken. Oh, it looks pretty tasty actually.
Oh yeah, hot chicken. Oh, that looks fucking good.
Oh, well, look who's there.
The
Colonel.
The Colonel himself.
makes another appearance on the episode.
You guys knew about that dating simulator? The KFC dating simulator?
No.
Do you pick what meal you like at
No,
the
no,
most, and then they match you?
No, so it's a Japanese game. Could only ever have worked in Japan. That you go on a date with the Colonel.
Oh.
But the Colonel is like a young strapping man in his
Yeah.
20s with
yeah,
a white
they've done some
moustache.
weird
And
shit.
He
haven't
looks
they?
like
good.
he's super anime husbandu. Yeah, look at him.
True.
Look at him. Yeah, it's a full-on dating sim.
He's like a male waifu.
You
Colonel
freeze up.
version.
Colonel Sanders is talking to you.
What is that one where he's ripping his shirt off? Say, there's one where he's fucking tearing his.
Yeah,
shirt
that
off.
one there, yeah.
Yeah,
Does it say anything?
it's not coming up.
Oh, yeah,
Rippity
fucking fuck. What is it? Pot pie power pig.
What does that even mean?
You know what a pot pie is?
Chicken pot pie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a pie without sides, right? It's in a bowl.
I'm fairly
Has a
sure it was a Japan only thing because I think that's the only place they could
Yes.
really do this. But KFC have got some pretty good marketers behind them, man.
Yeah.
That like
Don't
I
they
don't
have
I don't expect them to
shredded
sell that.
kernel?
Hey,
They had a shredded kernel.
yeah, like a shredded kernel, like.
It was almost like a party or like a yeah.
The Spanish KFC account is actually pretty memey. Like they still have to be corporate, but like they're pretty funny. Like you can tell there's like a kid who knows his
Knows what's up.
he knows
He's
what's up.
got his finger
Running
on the pulse.
running the account. Yeah,
Dude, it's free.
Oh, Candle.
yeah.
What is it called?
92% on Steam.
Jenga.
Positive.
What's the game called?
This saved my life.
Yeah, what is This saved my life. I was in a deep state of depression and Colonel Sanders saved my life. If this didn't exist, I wouldn't be alive. Thanks to this amazing game, my life and sexuality has been restored to the fullest. With the coming of the COVID-19 virus, I was left alone with me and just my 6 love hearts
Dude.
laptop.
So
There's
it's
nothing to be depressed now. I have the Colonel in all caps.
It's a kernel
By a
game?
Steam user,
on
Jelly,
Steam?
who has an anime
And
waifu.
Where you
170
date the
hours on
Colonel?
record.
170 hours of gameplay.
I love how they show how much game time people have put on this.
Wow.
Hey, this guy, 1.5 hours, doesn't recommend.
Dude, I played this game for nearly 2 hours and not once did I get to see the Colonel Sanders naked. Like, for real, are you fucking kidding me right now? I wish I can refund this game.
He's genuinely upset that he
Yeah,
didn't
he
get
wanted
naked
to see
Colonel.
the naked Colonel. Well, mate, you got to play for more than fucking
Is it
2
that
hours.
hard to get? Is it that hard to just get someone to
You gotta swoon-
mod that shit in?
You got to swoon the Colonel.
I'm sure
man.
you could mod that shit in. I'm sure
What?
KFC wouldn't mind releasing the
Yeah,
source
for
code.
sure.
Let us fuck Colonel Sanders, and he still recommended it. What a win.
All right,
It's
on
called
to
I
the
Love
next
You,
one.
Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking dating sim.
Fuck yeah, a finger licking good dating sim.
Yeah, finger-licking
Finger-licking good.
dating sim.
All right, so the next
Yeah.
one. So this one kind of caught me off guard, eh? It really, really caught me off guard. I was taken aback when I had learned that Live Leak does not exist anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
when did this happen?
like 2 days ago.
Oh, no
Oh,
way.
no.
Live Leak is gone, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been replaced with.
It's actually been
Quick.
replaced with something. I can't remember what it was, but it looks like a really watered down, like very user like audience
Guess
friendly
we're
kind
going to
of
go back to
fucking
World Star, hey?
World Star hip hop.
They didn't have like Afghani videos though, you know.
Yeah, I guess
They didn't have
cartel.
ISIS execution
Yeah.
videos. They don't have like a lot of the China gore.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
just like you
Oh.
should, like CCTV in China has one good thing, and that is recording the amount of fucking insane shit happens to just people who are walking.
Well, there was one where the one that strikes me is where it's just a CCTV Chinese street. There's a girl with a pram out the front. She walks inside for a second. A dude walks past and just boots the pram into the middle of the road. Yeah, brutal shit like that. But it had a happy ending. A heap of people on the street beat him up. But
but Live Leak isn't all bad though. Most of it is. But
the thing, I'm not sad it's gone because I go on it all the time. I'm sad because it's a service.
It is a service,
and now it's just gone. Like,
it is a service.
Tell me more.
So tell me more.
Tell me more.
My favorite thing to look up on there was just videos of like Chinese people like shaking shits out of their leg in public.
There's a kid.
Like they'll just walk along and they'll just fucking
shake it out.
No, like adults as well, and they'll just stop for a second, and then they'll just shake their leg, and out comes a nard.
Yeah.
And they just keep going.
Real mainlanders. That's what they call them.
What do they call them?
Mainlanders.
Mainlanders, yeah. They'll shit anywhere.
Mainlanders.
Right? Yeah, no, that's a thing.
It is a thing, yeah.
There's a subreddit called Chinese Tourist. It's not good.
No? Okay.
Oof. Oh, I think they've kind of taken the mantle of most annoying tourists, haven't they? The Americans don't own that shit anymore. And also, I think they're too afraid to die at this point, yeah. Alright, so Live Leak's reign of gory terror is over after 15 years.
The Guardian?
No, Yahoo News.
Okay.
A very reputable news source, yes.
Yeah. Yahoo.
So Live Leak, once the purveyor of horribly violent videos, was unceremoniously shut down this Wednesday. The site could be best described as YouTube's evil and less popular twin, the place where you'd go to find uncensored footage of humanity at its worst, which is, I think, the service it provided, right?
Yeah, and it's still a service, right? I mean, you can phrase it however you want to.
It's not exactly... This is what I think most... Okay, this is a gender problem, right? As in, like, the disconnect between why women don't understand why a lot of men, they're not into watching this shit, but they like the realism of it. Because I think we're not that far ahead into our species life cycle out of fucking living out of caveman times to have biologically developed a way to, you know, get by without knowing what the world's really like. I suppose it can be like psychologically forced into you by being a rich kid growing up or sheltered all your life. But I think that's the main... We used to go out and fucking kill shit every day.
There's still a bunch of chicks with a morbid curiosity.
Oh, yeah,
though,
sure. But again, curiosity is, you know, different from, you know, sure, I'm curious about how ISIS executes people.
Getting faced.
So I go on Live Leak and I look it up, right? Oh, shit, there's that man. He's got an artillery weapon pointed at him. Oh, fuck, he disappeared. There's a bunch of red mist where he used to be now.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up. Hey, well, that's real.
And that's what happens, yeah.
That's what happens, right?
There's a lot of
shit that happens in the world that we all don't, because it's got nothing to do with us. We turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
But a lot of, especially the cucks, man. Not the specific profession of cuckoldry, but just those fucking weak, limp fucking men that just they get grossed out by blood and they don't understand. I think you can be whatever you want to be in relation to your approach towards, you know, blood and gore and whatever, right? I think at one point, though, it might help you. Let's say you're in Mexico, right? It might help that you've seen a few videos of Mexican cartel killings, which might make you change your mind about going to that nightclub that girl said she was going to meet you at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure. Yeah.
So you start to be a bit more smarter about how the world works. You start to realize, oh, fuck, if I run into the wrong guy here, I could get my heart cut out and stabbed through my throat, right? That's a specific cartel execution killing I've seen on Live.
Or they call it the Colombian necktie, where they...
Pull the tongue out?
Yeah, pull it out through your throat.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
So why did it shut down?
So, one other thing I did one thing I did like seeing on
you did
fucking I loved it. I'm gonna stop pretending.
I didn't like it, but I liked. Oh fuck.
Tire lacing, African tire lacing. You know what I'm talking about? That
is that fucking. They put the tire around people.
They put the tire around
They
a guy
burn
or
it?
a couple guys, and then they burn it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh
That's tire
my
lacing.
god.
It's brutal, man.
Well,
So
it's
brutal.
pretty fucking savage, right? And I used to work with a guy from South Sudan, right? And I asked him once, I was just like, look, I see this shit called tire lacing happen in Africa. As soon as I drop the word tire lacing, he's like, oh yeah, all the time, man.
Yeah, that's.
I'm
brutal.
like, because he was from like a village and shit, right? And I asked him, he's like, you ever seen it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wait, hang on. So does that just happen? Like, if the village decides that this person is getting tire laced, they get tire laced. He's like, yeah, but they've usually done something pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
true.
what do you mean though? He's like, well, the one I saw was a rapist. He raped a kid. So the town got together and put a tire on him and set him on fire. And he said, and it was funny when he said this. He said, but that's why we never accuse people unless we know,
Unless we know. True.
because we don't like, as much as it doesn't look like, we don't like just setting people on fire.
I guess I have less police.
It's a
officers.
form of justice,
Yeah.
I guess, right? In a country that's, half their country is ruled by warlords and the other half is ruled by like a fucking...
Gaylord.
Yeah.
Got him.
I was going to say like a China stooge, but like they'll do. Yeah, so the reason why was that... So this is the guy, Hayden Hewitt. He's one of the co-founders. He said that we felt LiveLeak had achieved all that it could and that it was time for us to try something new and exciting. So they replaced it with another video sharing site called Item Fix. Right?
Item Fix.
Item Fix, which is reportedly a less racy version of LiveLeak. So a YouTube clone, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Is what they've turned LiveLeak into.
Item Fix just screams like this is where you go to find teardowns of laptops and.
Yeah,
Like
it's a very strange...
It's such a weird. I mean, LiveLeak's a weird one, but Item Fix,
LiveLeak makes sense.
Makes sense.
kind of.
Because it's live
Yeah.
leak. Like
It's always like shit that you're like, dude, when you were like, oh fuck, there's an explosion in China, you're like,
fuck it, let's see it go on live.
it's definitely on LiveLeak.
Yeah.
They're like, you're like looking at news sites to see the explosion, then you're like, LiveLeak will have it on their front page, and you're like, yes.
Now you go to Item Fix, and you like have to sift.
I was
through
about
all
to talk
Yeah,
about.
what is that?
This annoys the fuck out of me. I was about to talk about another thing I found on LiveLink when it happened. That happened a year or so ago.
that big explosion.
No. I'm not even going to mention it because now that I think about it, like they arrested people for watching this video.
Oh, true. Okay.
A certain gentleman in a certain country that's close to us did a certain thing.
Oh, true. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
was streamed to LiveLeak.
that was straight on LiveLeak.
Yeah.
LiveLeak actually took it down, which is something they don't do very often.
Well, yeah, it was a pretty bad one.
It was a pretty bad one, but I still don't
Wait, what was it?
understand. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say it, man. I'm not going to say it because they legit arrested people for just even like
Wait.
talking about it.
Can you type it into my phone but don't press enter?
Yes, give it a
Yeah.
give it a.
But yeah, continue.
Anyway, so that was on there. It got taken down straight away, like almost straight away, right? This is just after the Facebook stream because the guy, the gentleman, streamed his escapades on
Yeah.
Facebook, right?
He streamed on Facebook.
Yeah,
Or
he
LiveLeak?
streamed what he
On
did on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Right.
That one.
Yeah.
So you can see why I don't want to talk about it now.
And any Cash Money viewers will know what we're talking about.
Yeah. What? No,
That's how
but
you know you're a gold.
But this is what I mean, man. They fucking... Why can't we... Okay, yeah, it's fucked up to watch.
Arguably, it's not the best.
I have
to
neither
leave it up
seen it nor haven't seen it,
because
okay?
there's tons of children that have access to the internet now, and they have very fragile
Sure.
minds.
What
Like-
about the bunch of people that
There's a
managed to see it
disclaimer.
while it was...
Huh?
There's a
the
disclaimer.
There is there. You have to say you're over 18.
Yeah, so it's
So-
that.
Yeah.
I think they got hit up. I think they got hit up by
The feds.
that the country's police.
Oh.
Right,
I think
okay.
that's what happened. Yeah.
And that began.
Began.
That was the beginning of
Yeah.
them being like, okay, we should probably shut.
So I
this
didn't
shit
bring
down.
that up for no reason because I actually say it in the article, and
okay.
it annoys the fuck out of me that they can say that, but I can't say that.
Yeah.
Right? It's right there in the article. A big reason why LiveLink was infamous.
Yeah, right.
Says right there, but I
Yeah.
can't say it because
But it was also streamed
get in
on
trouble.
Facebook. So.
dude, it's everywhere.
Shut Facebook
People
down
that wanted to get their hold on the footage could get their hand on the footage very easily. A mutual friend of ours I'm not even going to mention anything about them apart from the fact they are a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah.
He managed to find it in fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, easy. Like, the idea of fucking... Yeah, you start with something as fucking terrible as that and say that is now illegal media, right? For the longest time, the only thing that's illegal, the only things that were illegal were obviously minors, right?
Yeah.
Fucked up shit with minors, or direct snuff film, right? That's illegal footage, right?
Well, I think anything with murder is illegal footage, right?
Well, no, because there's a lot of times where people need to fucking see what happened.
Yeah.
I'm
not saying that's not correct, but it still doesn't mean it's not illegal footage.
No, that's right. And there's morality reasons, whatever, right? Yeah. That's all tied into that. I think it's another thing that I don't think there's any grand conspiracy to dumb us down or any bullshit like that. But I think our general sentiment towards wanting to fucking know what the reality is, that sometimes shit can happen, because the reason why that guy did what he did, the gentleman who did what I can't talk about, was because he got radicalized. He got radicalized because people don't get exposed to shit anymore. They don't get exposed to shit anymore, which throws their opinions out to the wind and be like, fuck, now I've got to recalibrate everything that I've thought about this, right? If I see, I knew gangs were fucked up. Yeah, MS-13's the most fucked up one. I've seen them kill people in a very bad manner. In a manner that I would not like to be murdered in, right?
To enter that gang, you have to be, like, bashed by all the, like, a bunch of members and shit and, like, kill someone.
Well, they make kids kill their parents and shit.
Yeah, like shit.
And then that's their ticket in, right? Like,
yeah, so you're upset that... I mean, yeah.
Look, I'm a bit...
It's kind of like they're just,
They weren't shut down.
freedom of speech, or
Yeah.
freedom of... sharing the reality of the world, and now they're shutting their website down by. You think they've had their hand forced a little bit, and now they're making Fixie Channel, or whatever the fuck it's called,
and that's
Item Fix,
and that's the thing. I can't even say the cunt's name, right?
Yeah,
can't even say the cunt's name because it's like Satan now. Well, not even Satan. I could fucking say Satan's name.
Yeah, well, he's not
like
real.
The idea is...
sorry, Ed, I didn't mean it.
Hey, if you're a Christian, you believe in Satan, you're a Satanist. That's just how it is. No, I don't think it's productive. I think it does a great disservice to people who actually want to understand what the fuck the world's about. And we need more people like that, because we're growing a generation of people who are fucking sheltered and dumb.
Yeah, but
and they go way too... They flow way too long with the pack.
Like, it'll pop up anyway. It'll be somewhere.
It'll pop up anywhere. Yeah, you're right.
There'll be a new place to go to.
Yeah.
So, but yes, it is kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sad day.
Yeah.
So we don't know the exact reasoning.
I've seen chat.
Have some chat, boys. I won't go into that anymore. We'll move along from that. They say here that without more detail, it's tough to pinpoint the exact reasoning for why Live Leak doesn't exist anymore. All we have is what the co-founder said, that we thought it achieved its purpose. Yada yada. I wouldn't be surprised they've got a couple lawsuits coming out their ass.
Maybe a little bit of a payout.
Yeah,
even.
maybe all the porn ads on it aren't paying off anymore.
What? That's all we've got it for our website.
I know, right?
Wait till we put them on our website. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Make bulk cash.
Let's see, Live Leak was one of the progenitors of this kind of shit, right? Like other examples are Rotten.com. Right, Rotten.com was a very popular...
Ogrish.
Ogrish is here as well, yeah. E-Fucked and Heavy R. Heavy R's worse than E-Fucked, but they're probably not as bad as something like
I haven't been on either
Rotten.
of those, like, for not a long time.
E-Fucked was like just...
E-Fucked
was
just
bloopers.
fucked porn, yeah.
Oh, true.
It was like... But it's kind of fucked up.
Heavy R was had a lot of porn, but had a lot of gore on it as well. Whereas Rotten, I think, was just pure gore. Like, it was just pure. There was nothing. I think sexual shit was banned on it.
Yeah, I think the one I saw on Rotten, there was two that I remember. One was the dude who got the helicopter blade and it chopped his head off. Yeah. And that was gnarly. And then there was another one where they found this guy in a bath and he'd been there for quite a while. And it had just become like...
dissolved.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
Yeah,
and
pretty
it was
gnarly,
like crime scene photos and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it was famous for.
That's right.
That kind of stuff.
This isn't some sick cunt that's taking a photo of this, for example. It's a
the
cop photo.
one was bad.
It's a fucking cop photo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
it's fucked to
exactly.
see someone like that, because then you do the whole thing in your head. You're like, oh, what if that's someone I knew? What if that was fucking me? That's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Hey, all that reminds you of is that we're all fucking mortal, yeah?
Mm.
And we don't do combat, though. And we wouldn't do it anyway because it's dog shit. I had a good few fight scenes, and Kano was pretty good. Yeah, so the guy finishes off by saying that the co-founder describes Item Fix as something completely different, completely fresh. It's something we feel energized about tackling. Sometimes it's just the right time to chart a new path. Sometimes it's just the right time to avoid a bunch of lawsuits.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe, I don't know.
Sometimes
He
it's
didn't
the
say
right time
that,
to
but,
move
you
to
know,
Texas and avoid taxes.
Yeah, basically, right?
I've heard that.
So, Rip Live Leak, you did a decent service. It wasn't by far my favorite website to visit. I'd only go on there if I was like,
A specific thing, usually.
yeah, specific. I heard about someone's like, fuck, I wonder if there's something cool
Yeah.
that I can see. You know, what if there's someone's head getting fucking blown up by electrical shock or some shit? I don't know.
Oh, lots of Indian electricity.
Like a
Videos.
Raiden fatality. Oh yeah, the guy in the train. I think that's the more famous one, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna reach up. Just fucking falls over. It's like, oh, I'm dead now.
Cooked as, bro.
Cooked as. No pun intended. All right, yep, that's me for news. What's your? You got
I
another one?
got another one, but I might just save it for next week. I think we're pretty
We
fucking...
good on time?
I think we're pretty
Yeah.
good.
Pretty
Wait,
good on time.
mint. Cock.
Sweet.
Probably try and make our episodes a little bit, maybe a little bit shorter there. They can
Yeah,
be
see,
pretty
like 2
lengthy.
hours is like the longest we'll do.
Yeah.
Way to
We're
bring it
pretty
up in
close
the
to the last.
episode, you passive aggressive fuck.
What?
What?
That was your fault.
I didn't do anything.
What do you mean? That was his fault.
What's wrong
Yeah.
with including our audience in our future plans?
They're not us. They're the kids.
Yeah.
We're the parents.
Well, we are the Laymans.
They have-
We're here to,
they have
we're here to
nothing.
teach everyone.
We'll just have to hire someone to cut it out then, eh?
Oh,
Is
you,
that for passive aggressive?
oh, you get. You're gonna pay someone, are you?
No, I'm not.
No.
No, I'm not going to pay someone in a hurry.
Your payment is the comfort and security you have in
Dick
our
sucks.
friendships.
Dick sucks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Dick suck ain't
Dick
shit.
suckage.
Cocks.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. That's been episode 10. A fucking milestone in
Yep.
this show for sure. Over the past 10 episodes,
You've seen us grow. You've
Seen us
followed
grow a
our
little
path.
bit.
Tune
We're-
in next week. No.
we're a bit more tempered. We've tapered off a little bit into
Yeah,
a more
we're
of
chilling.
more of a relaxed, more concise,
less sweaty.
No.
You know.
less sweaty, slightly more offensive, but
Yeah.
in a way that's at least funny, because nothing offensive, like being offensive for the sake of being offensive, it's not nice. Unless it's funny.
Yeah.
Unless it's
Yeah.
funny.
There has to be some
There has to
kind
be
of
something funny
endearing
about it.
measure or
Yeah.
something, you know. There
Yeah.
has to be some kind of take.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't just be straight up offensive
No,
all the time.
exactly.
You can be.
I mean, you can be.
You can be.
Can be a prick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice one, cock.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
That's my new nickname, apparently.
Yeah.
What the
We'll have to change
grand
it to,
cock?
Yeah, we'll have to... no, just cock, apparently.
It's cock.
Yeah.
I call everyone cock.
Next episode, it's your boy Cock.
Yeah.
What was our sign off? It was ding dong. Something. That was so good.
Yeah.
Suck my big schlong. Ding
Ding.
dong.
Oh, ding dong.
Ding dong.
Yeah. Ooh, ding dong.
You can reach us by email, professional.laymans@gmail.com. Send us
Or leave us a YouTube comment.
or leave us a YouTube comment, because you can
Jesse
do that on
reads
If
YouTube.
them
that's
all.
easier.
Jesse reads them all.
Because the lack of emails
all
makes
zero
me
of them.
think people don't use emails anymore.
I think
Yeah.
people just don't take the same satisfaction they
business.
used to in getting anything tattooed on someone by force.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess they're like, whatever.
it's, whatever. My
What if we
girlfriend
told
does
him he
that for me
doesn't
anyway.
have a tattoo? This is the first one he's going to get. I don't know if they know that.
Yeah, they don't know that actually. Yeah, good point.
This is his first one.
He's
so,
got one along the side of his cock that says cock.
yeah.
That's why he's going. Yeah, maybe
It's just
not the first
CCK there. They couldn't fit the O.
one. Send us your work stories. Send us those times where you nearly got laid, but
Send us your...
but a best friend came by crying uncontrollably and stole that lay away from you.
yeah, or if
Like-
you're the
like
friend
happened
that
to
stole
me
the lay.
last month.
Or drug
Or
stories.
yeah, if you're the friend, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're someone who actively goes and tries to block cock, we want you on the show, because we want to get in your head.
Yeah.
We want to figure things out.
We're looking for a cock block, Layman.
And drug stories.
And
Always
drug
drug
stories. Give
Drug
us
stories
all
are
your
good.
drug stories. Tell us.
Favorite live leak video, or experience?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
yeah.
IRL live leak experience.
Yeah, if you've seen someone get their head taken off by a pole
or a tire or whatever. The
Yeah,
fuck it is.
or
That would be a good
tire videos
episode.
are pretty popular. Just tires rolling down the street and they just cane some poor
Yep.
fuck.
That'd
in
be a
their-
good video, live leak episode.
Hey, that would be.
A live leak episode.
When we get
Well,
our cameras sorted out.
I don't know, man. I'm not
Recording
sure.
yourself,
I'm
yeah.
not sure if people can archive it or anything. I don't know. It just went like boom, it's gone.
So yeah,
Gotcha.
Dunno.
I took it down.
Do a
Took it
quick
down.
Google.
There'll be mirrors. We'll figure
Yeah,
it
there'll
out.
be other ones.
There's one for Jesse to do.
Yeah. Hey, oh,
Another
that's,
one. Another
you're
one
now
for the
2 for 0 for app ideas. So live leak out for me.
That's a big schlong.
Jesse.
Ding
Big
dong.
schlong ding dong. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
The show is
Cock.
going to keep going,
Whether you
and
like it or
going
not.
and going,
It's never going to end.
like Pinocchio, except if his cock grew instead of his nose.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Big
Catches,
song.
fuck ya.
Boy.
The professional layman's.